Another really powerful feature of SharePoint is document versioning or document version history. Basically, any changes made to a document, there is a history that's kept about that document. Let's take this African growing regions, which we've been dealing with quite a bit. And I want to go into the Show Actions button and I want to see its history. I want to see its version history. So what we have here is a history of the document, version 1, version 2, and version 3. So SharePoint is automatically applying a version number to a document when there's been a major change. So this first version of the document at this time was when it was given a new title. And I typed that title in an earlier video and said these are the 7 major growing regions in the world. And it was a draft version and it was done to Kathy and assigned to Kathy, and that was done. And then a major change was made about 17 minutes later when I downloaded the file, made some changes, and then uploaded the file. It recognized that that was a major change. And then the last thing I did in the video just before this video is I checked it out and I checked it back in again. And when I checked it back in again, I made a comment that this was the annual update and the annual update was completed. So it does keep a version history. Now, if I wanted to go back to the document as of this date, I can actually click it and I can open that in Word. Or if I hit this drop down here, I can just view it, delete that version, or restore it because I don't like the new copy of the file. I want to restore back to the original version of the file. But if I just go view, then I'm actually able to just view the document, delete it, restore it, view it, close. That's just viewing the history. But if I actually wanted to open the document, I would literally just click on the date and the time and that would open it, and I could open it in Word. So I think it's important to be able to view, to be able to open, and to be able to restore and be able to delete a particular version. To enable the versioning, if it isn't enabled on your machine, and this assumes that you have got that power to do that, then what we would do is we'd simply go to the library settings here in the settings button. So we go to the settings button, we go to the library settings. From there we go more library settings and we go into the version settings, which is where we went for turning on the checking in and checking out. Now here's where require content approval. This is where if you're checking the document in, it gives the ability for people to have to approve the document or not. So that's quite a yes. Create a version each time you edit the file and only create major versions, or create major and minor versions, so 1.1, 1.2, and keep a maximum of 500 major versions. Keep drafts for the following number of major versions as well. So those are your version settings. So that's being turned on basically. Who should see draft items? Only users that can approve. Yeah. So that is your versioning in there. So turn on your versioning if you have that ability to and you want that particular feature, and then I'll just go back to documents.